Hey, hey, hey. It's the first solo episode of the pod. So today it's just me, Millenia. Thanks so much for joining me. Can't believe we're 3 episodes deep. And if you're watching the video on YouTube right now, you will notice that something is missing. Um, a lot is missing. I'm missing all my hair. I shaved my head. Um, yeah, absolutely cuckoo magoo. Um, and I wanted to talk about it. I feel like it's been, a good amount of time where I've been able to reflect, and it all ties into, you know, kind of a little bit of going into my past and kind of always wanting to do it, but also this workshop that I was able to attend, Damon Dominique's workshop. He's my favorite YouTuber ever of life. So I saw him, met him for the first time in Austin, spent 6 hours with him, and got dragged. Red for filth. And I wanted to sit down and talk about, why I came home 2 days later and shaved my head, as a result of just all the stuff we were talking about in the workshop and all of the things that have been going on behind the scenes. I feel like it'll be really nice to catch up. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Hopping into it, I have wanted to shave my head for a very, very long time. It was just a huge goal for me. I don't know really exactly when it started, but I always thought it was like a cool thing to do. Like I was like, oh, on my bucket list, like I would love to say that I shaved my head one day. And I think, for Black women, there's a emotional attachment to your hair, especially. It means so much how you show up, how you present in the world means so much, and your hair is a big part of that. So I knew that there was a lot of like cultural ties as well, and just my own personal struggles with my hair. You know, it goes all the way back from, as long as I can remember. I feel like Black girl grows up and spends like hours like in the bathroom with your mom, or like, you know, just sitting in the salon for hours and just like really dedicating time and energy. So you put so much energy and time into your hair, taking care of it. Yeah, it's a big deal when you cut it off, especially in the Black community. So I knew that there was that tied into it. And yeah, I also wanted to know what I would look like. I wanted to know like if I would like being bald, all of it. So I had a lot of different reasons going into this. I find this opportunity to finally meet my favorite YouTuber. His name's Damon Dominique. He focuses on like travel content. He's really big in, his like past is like this really big channel called Shut Up and Go. And then now he does his own like solo content. And I just love it. I feel like we align philosophically. I feel like we have just so many things like in common. Like I really feel and felt like, if I ever got the opportunity to meet him, we would have a great conversation because I had a lot to say. Like his views on language, his views on being a global citizen, and just, yeah, finding opportunities for yourself and making things happen for yourself is like a big part of his brand. So when I saw the opportunity in the newsletter, because I'm in my inbox, I immediately purchased the tickets. Like immediately, it was an immediate book. It was open and book. So yeah, I was so excited weeks going up to it. Fast forward, it was just about 3 or 4 weeks ago. He came to Austin. It was like a place I'd seen a art show before, so I like knew the space. I was so excited. Pull up and meet the most amazing group of people. Like I cannot like say enough about the people that I met at Damon's workshop. Like I literally just saw, one of the girls I met this past week. Like, she was so sweet and so kind and like invited me out to an event and stuff. And I went to go see her and we kikied yet again. So it just was so great to be in a room full of like-minded people who like just have a real curiosity for the world. I feel like that is so like so great to be surrounded by that energy, to be surrounded by creatives, to be surrounded around people who just got back from doing their master's in Spain or just got back from teaching abroad in South Korea, teaching English. So there's just, you're surrounded by a whole lotta, and I love it. So that was the first thing where I was like, on top of like meeting Damon and that being amazing, I think like what really blew me away was the girls in the community that I found there. Because, I always tell people my crazy ideas and they're usually horrified. So sitting in a room full of people who, I'm telling them these plans and these things that I want to do, and they're like, oh my God, that sounds so great. Why haven't you done that? Or like, what's holding you back? Or like, what's stopping you? And I'm like, oh, I guess that's why I'm here, girl, at the workshop, like trying to figure that out. So yeah, it's a gift to be around energy that's like, oh, well, why? Like switching that to like, oh, well, why not? Like that energy, crazy, pivotal, lovely. And like you rarely find that, I feel like, outside of like your close friends and family who like support you and know you want the best for you. So that was great. But yeah, they were asking why a lot. There was a lot of really good questions. The point of the workshop was to kind of get into, something, an area of your life that you feel like you just need some more clarity on. You don't know necessarily the next steps, or maybe you do know the next steps, but you don't know how to execute. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, where can I sign? Like, this is amazing. And I went in there and I had so many ideas for things that I want to do. I'm like so excited for the future, but also so overwhelmed with the act of executing on so many things. I just like, I want to be going on trips. Like, I want to be like, like doing these like artistic things that like I used to do, but now I want to do in a different way. And I want to meet certain people. Like, I just went in with like a lot of different goals. And what I came out with was, I'm afraid. That's what I came out with. It came out with the fact that I am a scared little bitch. Or a scared little baby. Sorry. PG-13. Just kidding. Not PG-13. Yeah, I came out with like the overwhelming conclusion that, oh, I have a pretty good plan, actually. I actually know most of the steps. I'm just terrified. I'm just terrified to do the steps. I'm terrified to do anything. I'm actually paralyzed with fear. I'm afraid of what people think of me. I'm afraid of like making videos or making content or trying to make pivots in certain areas of my life. I'm worried about what my job will think and my coworkers. I'm worried about, people from high school that I haven't talked to in a million years, what they're going to think, even though they're not thinking about me. These imaginary people, like all of these scenarios, it's all about what everybody else is thinking. And I really thought that that was something that I had worked more on. So to be gagged like that, with a loving and supportive group, don't get me wrong. I know the title was a little clickbait, but I'm not here to drag anybody because it was so necessary. Like, I needed that experience. I really, really needed that experience to like wake me up and snap me out of it and be like, girl, you have so many cool things that you are super excited about, and you're worried about them because of this external factor and that external factor, and you're worried about it because of this person's opinion that don't matter and that person's opinion that don't matter. And it's just, it's like, it's always going to be something that you're afraid of. And yeah, it hit me over the head. And I brought up in the workshop with everybody, we like did this exercise where, I think you're like 65 and you're looking back at like your top 10 memories or something of your life. What are they? So you're kind of like thinking, in a reflective way of like, what would I love to say that I've done or I've experienced? And a lot of mine were like these experiences, like shaving my head or planning a backpacking trip, things like that. Hosting like an epic New Year's Eve party in a castle, because why not? Like, there's just too many good ideas. Become a DJ. Like, yeah, why not? Like, every time I go to the club, they're not spinning what I want to hear. They're not spinning what I want to dance to. So I'm sorry, but somebody has to step up, and I'm okay stepping up to be that DJ. Anyways, um, yeah, the 8 million things I want to do, the 8 million career paths, all of that. So when I brought up shaving my head, they're like, "Oh, really? That like, why do you want to do that?" And I was like, "I don't know. I just always felt called to it, and I literally have the clippers. I just haven't shaved my head yet." And they were really like baffled by that, like a little bit like "Whoop," when they looked at me, and they were like, "Wait, so you really, really want to do this? You literally have the clippers, like you bought them, you have them in your bathroom." And you're not doing it because, and I was like, well, I'm just scared to like go to work and like show up on a client call and I'm literally bald, like side profile, like bald, like BALD. And they're like, but like like how often, like what, why would that matter, like if they saw, like if your client saw you bald, or like you know why does that matter, basically? Like, why would that be the one thing that holds me up, is like work, like that specific scenario, and like being seen by people in a professional setting. And I was like, you're right, like that definitely should not be holding me back. And they just kept up bringing really great points whenever I would add something else I was afraid of, because it wasn't just that. It was like, okay, well, I'm afraid that I won't like how I look when I have no hair. And they're like, I think you're, and they're so sweet, sweetie pies. They're like, I think you're pretty. Like, I think that it'll look great. And so, like, they just kept going, right? I'm bringing up another excuse. Okay, well, I'm scared of this, I'm scared of that. And they're like, okay, well, eh. And they're kind of cutting through it. And it really gets to the point where I'm like, okay, well, then I guess I'm just scared. Like, period. Because of all of these things, seeing people like dispute them, or like like supportively, but like gonna be like, that doesn't really matter though, does it? And I'm like, you're right, it doesn't. So that was happening back to back to back, and it unfolded throughout the workshop of me like digging into this, very podcast with Damon, and I was just like, I have these episodes pre-recorded, I have them prepared, and I have them scheduled to go out, and I actually found myself pausing to have one of them post, even though it was scheduled ready to go. And he was like, why? What stopped you? And I was just like, I don't know, it just freaked me out hearing, like, knowing that people in general, just anyone, everybody, all of it, are like hearing such like intimate thoughts, and like putting yourself out there to be judged and to be perceived. Not even judged is my first thought, just perceived in general. It's terrifying, and I don't think that I've had something artistically, because I know people would doubt that a podcast is artistic, girl, and I get it. I just bought a mic off Amazon and I have a lot to say, so I get that. But like other things I want to pursue, I haven't had art like be perceived and shown to others since I was 18 years old. Um, and yeah, it's just like you feel so vulnerable, you feel so stripped, and you also are like, wow, people are perceiving me. So it was a lot. I had a great conversation with him where he was just like, you know, you're pausing these episodes and you're not shaving your head and you're filtering what you want to say and you're hanging around X people still, and it doesn't really seem like of course you're like struggling to figure out what you need to do, like you're putting out all of this stuff that doesn't really align with you, and how can anybody know who you are? How can anybody know what you want? How can anybody care about what you have to say if you're not being, yourself? And he put it just like that, and I really needed to hear that. And I have a clip of what he said, like his thoughts on this, because he released a video, um, a little over a week ago, closer to 2 weeks now, where he was like reflecting on what he's learned from the workshops. And girl, I got a feature. Okay, I got a feature. So I want to play this, and then yeah, just keep talking about that experience. So here is what Mr. Damon said about me, the big old scaredy cat, in his video.
today, one of the girls mentioned that she has a podcast and she's really, she's loving the podcast. She has no problem with the podcast. I can tell she has no problem. She's ready to do the podcast. But as soon as she posts an episode, she would find herself like deleting it. And again, it was that fear of being seen. People do this all the time. They have an idea that they want to do, but they can't get over this hurdle that their friends and family are going to see it. It leads me to this realization that this must be a side of you that your friends and family don't know. You know what? And test. What does it say that you can't even share? What you deeply want to do, what you're here on earth to do, or your next big project. What does it say when you can't even share that to your friends and family? Your closest relationships. Let's just put it that way. What does that say? That says, everybody, that either A, you gotta find your crew, your real crew, because your real crew would support everything you want to do. Doesn't mean you gotta drop those people, but you gotta find your crew still, though.
Yeah. So that's what he said. And of course, Alexa would go off while I'm filming that. Hopefully, the audio is fine and you didn't hear Alexa reminding me to clean my dog's water bowl, my bee. Anyways, that's what he said. He didn't have to put the Jeopardy music. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do the Jeopardy music at all. No. But he gagged me and he was absolutely correct. And someone needs to just lay it, like, sometimes you need somebody to just lay it out flat like that and really get real, get serious, girl. Like, nobody knows who you are. You're a fraud. You are literally wearing a mask. You have a persona. And I didn't walk in there to find that information out. I thought I was going to get XYZ steps on how to maybe work in the travel marketing industry and steps for a larger trip down the road. I thought that the clarity I was lacking was because of like the steps and the execution of the plan. Because I got to the end of the plan every single time and I still was like, oh, well, I've had all of these steps all along. Why haven't I done it? And it's because I've been terrified. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. So that is the big takeaway that I learned from Damon's workshop. Um, you know, I learned so many things and I came out of it really, really grateful. And then, like, the minute I left the workshop, I was like, I gotta do it. Like, I've gotta shave my head. Like, it's time. Like, there will be no better time. I'm always gonna be scared. I have to just do it scared. And I see that quote all the time, but like, doing it scared feels terrifying. And I was sweating before. I was so worried. I was so anxious. I was so nervous. Um, my girlfriend helped me, like the sweetie pie that she is, and she helped me like get the clippers set up and all that. And I just remember I was like, I need Beyonce on. Like, I need to turn Beyonce on right now, ASAP. So that was something that helped me get through it, was Beyonce's Formation. So thank you, Mama. And I put on the music. I started getting into the vibe. I was so freaking scared. My hands were shaking. And then I ended up recording a video, so I'll put that out too. But I just started chopping with the scissors, and it went from fear to euphoria. Like, actual 100% euphoria. And it was just great. I just had so much fun. Me and my girlfriend, it was such a great memory. And I found myself being very, very present because I was like, wow, I know I will most likely never shave my head again. Um, you know, so I'm trying to enjoy it. I'm trying to enjoy like how the clippers feel on my head and like, the chaos. Like, you look so crazy while you're shaving your head, and like, you look like that rag doll from the Rugrats. Like, that's actually what I looked like. And yeah, you're just like, wow, I'm doing a crazy thing. I'm doing something that I know is going to take a really, really, really long time to get me back to where I am today. But also was just like so nice to cut off the damage. Like I didn't even want the hair that I had. My hair was so damaged and brittle, and I was so over taking care of it. And a big piece of, why I wanted to shave my head is I wanted to go natural again. I wanted to stop straightening my hair, go stop fighting my natural state and just like own it for the first time in my adulthood and learn how to take really good care of it and grow really, long, beautiful, healthy, natural hair. That was like probably the biggest motivator for sure. Um, and I was like, okay, it's going to take a really long time for my hair to get to the length that it is now, but it's not even healthy now. Like, I don't want to hold on to this dead weight. I don't want to hold on to this dead hair. And there's no better time. So I should just do it. And from the minute that the clippers turned on till the very end in that euphoric shower after getting all the little hair off the back of your neck, any boys listening to the podcast can't believe y'all be sitting in the barber's chair letting them snip away, and that hair's on the back of your neck. It's so freaking itchy. Dang. Um, but yeah, I took a glorious shower after, and I remember feeling so happy in the shower and like singing to Beyonce, switched to Lemonade after this because I was like, dang, I'm feeling Lemonade right now. I'm feeling Daddy's Lessons. I'm feeling whole. I'm feeling like this was absolutely the right choice. And I thought I was going to cry. I thought that there was going to be a period of me having a mental breakdown. No, like it's only been up. Like it's only been good vibes. Like it's only been a sleigh, like an absolute great time. And I wish that I could tell myself, who was terrified to do this and who postponed it for so long, that you're going to be so happy that you did it and you're going to literally not care. If you sometimes wake up and you look like a little boy, you're not going to care. And you're going to actually feel really beautiful and you're going to become way more comfortable with your face. And it's going to be very vulnerable and you're still going to feel, a little like shaky shifty here and there, but really like from the minute that you shave your head, it's literally epic. And yeah, it's been an amazing experience. Like I cannot recommend it enough. I have seen so many women before me shave their head, and specifically black women, just watching those videos and like to be a part of like the bald baddies club means so much. Like I wear this badge with honor. And yeah, I think some of like the biggest takeaways for me since I shaved my head, I've had family see it now. I've gone swimming, which was epic and so amazing and feels so good. I've gone to work, client calls, all of that with my shaved head. Um, yeah, just like been out in the world. Like I still play around and have fun with wigs and stuff, but I've been out and about, with my bald head around the block. And I can confidently say that no one cares. Um, and like the people who do care are like, oh my gosh, so cool. Happy for you. And there's no haters. Like the haters are imaginary, the haters are in your brain. And like even the people at the workshop, they were so, so sweet and like swiping up on my story and being like, yeah, like I knew you could, like, I'm so happy for you. Like, this is the first step in all the things you want to do. And like such a sweet community of people. And I just appreciate, like, Alessandra, was so nice to meet you. I appreciate you um, from the workshop and just everybody, that I met from, Damon bringing us together. Like, that is the greatest gift. So, just so much love in my heart and so much happiness and so much joy. Um, and yeah, showers. I mean, washing my hair takes actually like 90 seconds. It's euphoric. Like, I don't have to tie my hair up or get my hair down my face when I go swimming. Like, it really is the life. Like, and my hair is already growing so fast. Like, I had no idea. And I don't know, because I've been buying a lot of like products, to get me to my healthy hair journey. I don't know if it's that or just like this is how fast your hair normally grows. I don't freaking know because I had so much breakage and damage. But my hair is growing so fast. It is actually mind boggling to me. So that's another thing. Like I'm trying to appreciate it because I know that my hair is growing really, really fast. Um, so I'm trying to savor every day. I'm trying to savor every shower, every swim, every opportunity for someone to scratch my head or pet my head. I welcome it. Like it feels amazing, literally. And I'm just really proud of myself because, you know, through Damon, through the workshop, through like all of the years of work that I've been doing on myself, I've really been like going toe to toe with a girl named Fear. And she's been beating my ass. She has been. She hasn't won every battle, but she's won most. um, and yeah, I'm tired of holding off on like good ideas and like good experiences and good memories and good times because I'm scared I'm gonna mess up, scared it's gonna be the wrong choice, scared for whatever reason. Um, you know, the fear is never going to go away. That's something that I really, really took away from the workshop. I'm going to find something to be afraid about. But on the other end of all of this fear really is like some of the best times and some of the best memories. Um, and that's really what I wanted to leave y'all here with today. Um, you know, life is scary. Life is scary. Life is hard. If you can take back something for yourself, like shaving your head or, taking back your afternoon or taking a really nice bath or I don't know, just doing something that you wanted to do for a really long time. It doesn't have to be this grand thing or this crazy thing. It can be as simple as deciding to take a really nice walk tomorrow or just be more present when you're with your friends and just savor the experience. Um, yeah, it really is so fulfilling. I feel really fulfilled. I feel really supported. I feel really loved. And I want everyone to feel that way. I want everyone to like be their own like validation and their own approval. That was something that Damon also said in his video, just reflecting on all the workshops he's done in our workshop and stuff. Like, we're constantly looking for these parental figures to tell us that it's okay to do these things and that we have permission. Girl, this is your life. This is your life. And I need that reminder all the time. But we don't need to wait around for the perfect opportunity to say yes. We don't need to wait for a person to tell us it's a good idea. That helps going to workshops, finding a community, you know, the value of other people is so like there's a lot of value in what other people say and think in their opinions and their support, but nothing is more valuable than your own opinions, girl. Your own thoughts about your own life and your own job and your own relationship. If you don't like it, like what is the point? And I'll find some Jeopardy music. If you don't like your life, what's the point? Editing it in post. Um, so yeah, just value your own thoughts and opinions about things. Take time to step away, do something unconventional that you wouldn't do or that you're scared to do, to wake you up, to help you remember that it's really not that serious. And then if you don't like it, girl, slap on a wig, quit, pivot. Like any day I wake up and I'm like, I just don't know if I'm eating today for whatever reason, me being bold or not. Slap on a wig and go. Like, it doesn't have to be as hard as you think it is. It doesn't have to be as vulnerable as you think it is. You can still find ways to self soothe, but reach all these crazy things that you want to do and experience. Like, just find a way to do it in a way that makes you feel comfortable for the times that you know you're going to feel uncomfortable. But you'd be surprised at how comfortable and how quickly you get acclimated to just feeling stripped by the experience of doing something new, or doing something daring, quote unquote, You'd be surprised. I thought that it would take me way longer to get used to how I look in the mirror, or get used to people seeing me, that haven't seen me without any hair, reacting to me having no hair, and navigating conversations around it, and da da da. Girl, 2 seconds light work, no reaction. It didn't take no time. So do it. Do the thing that's scaring you. Figure out what's scaring you the most, or maybe the second most, or the third most, or the 54th most. I don't know. Like, make a list of some shit that scares you, and like, just do one thing. And I feel like now I have so much more momentum to do so many other scary things, um, because of this. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, I did this thing and it doesn't even matter. Like, it was way scary. The idea was way scarier than what it was. Absolutely. And it'll grow back and it'll all be fine. Um, so, yeah, I wanted to kind of talk about my experience. Thank Damon. If you're listening to this podcast, Damon, I love you. I appreciate you, King. It was really a joy and a pleasure to meet you. And I, hope that we can stay connected, and just wish you the best of luck with the rest of your workshops and, whatever you get into next. You're always inspiring me. So I really appreciate you. Shout out to all my workshop girlies. Love y'all down. Can't wait to see y'all hitting up the beaches in Rio. Alessandra, can't wait to see the documentary. I can't wait to see people getting their German citizenship. I can't wait to see the passports loading. I can't wait to see it all. And yeah, I hope, in my real everyday life with, coworkers and people I see all the time who are listening, who love me, I hope that you do something that scares you today. It sounds cliche, hashtag like live, love, laugh, but it really is epic. Like, they're not kidding. Like, the leadership podcasts, like the self-help podcasts, like, they're not kidding. Like, you actually have to put yourself out there. So do it. Could be a scared little bitch. Don't be like me and like have a room full of queens, epic queens slaying in their life, sit you down and be like, girl, you're a little bitch. Don't have it come to that. Just do something scary. It'll all be okay. And yeah, I'd love to hear about it. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.